All right, episode 14. There's only three of us today. Harlem and Bates will be back next week. We'll be back to normal, but Harlem had to perform last night, so he's probably not really sounding too good. Probably sounds like Big Cos. And Bates just is sick, so he sounds like Big Cos. But yeah, yeah, we might save his interview for next week. Nah.
I've been meaning to hit him up actually for our interview. I feel bad. I've just had so much on my plate, man. I haven't had a chance to get in contact with him, but I still want to have an interview with him and include it for the podcast because it's worth definitely. It's worth having a conversation, definitely.
And he's been around a long time, and
that's right. That's right. So much that he would know. I've got no idea. So I love the different points of view that we've had with the interview so far. It's been great. It's a shame I haven't been in each of them. I would have liked to have been in most, but I think that looking forward to the one today. It was good with the Brink one, the interview we had with him. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to having more people on and having Erik Devine a chance to talk to him at some point. It's going to be amazing.
100%. All right, today we're doing Dundee versus Disaster because it's on everyone's lips. Everyone is probably interested to see what we think about it because everyone's got an opinion on that right now.
That's right.
Erik Devine and Cortext, that's new age versus the old school. So, that's a pretty interesting battle too. And the classic is Marvel versus Cronik. I think it was amped up, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so,
it's one of my suggestions. I wanted to bring some love to the amped up boys because obviously part of me is biased. That's where I came from. So I love, and at the time, these were some classics that I was aware of because I was in that environment and people had two of these people's names on their lips most of the time I was there. So I was a big fan of Marvel and I love Cronik. I've always loved the way he breaks people down. So I was pumped to include that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm pretty keen. I'm very keen.
Yeah. All right, we'll give a shout out to the sponsors, 420, Invested Designs.
Yep.
Anyone else that is supporting us, all the battle leagues. So
all the battle Carnival Lords as well.
Anyone watching, Carnival Lords, everyone else.
That's right.
A big shout out to Harlem and Megalodon for putting on a fucking show last night in Redcliffe. Blue got to perform.
Fuck yeah, I got to check it out.
Hell of a show.
Also, Out of Line from Sunny Coast got his first shot and done pretty well. So they gave 5 or 6 reviews a shot that had never really jumped up before.
Yeah. Just gave a bunch of people shots. Awesome. Dope.
It was good to see him putting on that all ages free event. So
there
was a bit of a turnout.
Yeah, it was good.
So need to see more of that. People just putting on stuff for the community.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Harlem and Megalodon. Sorry, I was just gonna say Harlem and Megalodon have so much energy too. Like, if you ever get a chance to watch them, it's fucking elite. Like, there's levels to the game. They're right up there. It's fucking great. It's a great watch.
Yeah, the stage presence is top notch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I've always said that it's also the work that you can tell that people like as I was saying to Blue just before, people like Harlem put in. Is a level of professionalism that you not only enjoy because of his personality, but you can see the effort put in. Like I'm just saying before, it's really impressive. So I'm a big fan of his, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I reckon we jump straight into the Disaster versus Dundee, but after that we'll break down our favourite sort of moments of the weekend, what we thought was pretty dope.
True.
We won't go through the whole card. We'll just give a few mentions where we think they're needed. So
yeah, fuck yeah. Right. Okay, let me get this.
All right, do you want to jump up the cards?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Fuck yeah.
All right, it's only the 4 of us on the cards. Harlem will be back with us next week. Back to business as usual.
Yeah.
You can start if you want, Blue.
Yeah, I'm happy to start. I'm very happy. Also, just winner was Disaster 4-0 for everyone, but I'll break down my cards. Yep. So, Ryan's multis to Disaster, stage presence, delivery, Disaster, crowd reaction, interaction to Disaster, and then I gave Dundee schemes, concepts, metaphors, jokes, and punchlines. I broke down in my notes, like pretty much round by round. I said Dundee comes out with a very strong first round. His Doomsday Prepper bar I thought was fucking tough. The Lebos in a box like a HSP bars. I was like, fuck, Dundee.
That was fire.
Exactly. I was like, Dundee's killing it. And then Disaster came back even hard, like just as hard, just as good. The whole Greeley fucking up all of Dundee's plan scheme is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that shit. That was so good. It was like,
I agree.
When you thought it was done, and he started talking about something else, Greeley came back and fucked up the next thing. I was like, sick. I love that. And then the second round, Dundee has these like 2 slips, but I felt like he took it pretty well, and he continued strong, and everything was sweet. It was kind of more just a bump in the road, nothing crazy. He does cut it early. I would have been excited to, hear what other bars he had, but he just kind of goes, fuck it, cut it there. That's all right. And then Disaster's second round, he starts off insulting Dundee, and then he just fucking starts going at 360 J Legend, fucking
insulting
Justice,
all the big names,
just everyone else, just throwing out fucking insulting everyone. Third round, Dundee kills it. He comes in super strong with that cricket scheme, and I know Oz doesn't love sport too much, but I thought
I got it though, boys. This time around, I got it because it's Sir Donald Bradman, bro. Even plebs like me know about Donald Bradman.
Did you know about the sandpaper and balls though?
Probably not.
Nah, okay, that's fair.
I just remembered loving it, even when Dunners was like, "You're not going to get this. I don't give a fuck."
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was fucking
that,
sick.
Bro.
Yeah,
unapologetic. The thing is, I'm going to let you finish yours because I've got plenty to say about the battle. Yeah.
And then he has got the Sharon bars too, which I thought was dope. So I thought Dundee killed that round, finished it super strong. And the Disaster comes in his third round, starts off real strong, and then he gets to that part where he starts talking about the war and everything that's happening and how, how it's been affected him and all that shit. And it was like, that shit was powerful. That was powerful.
Yeah, that's right.
But I just thought that battle was just like, fucking what a night, cunt. It was so good.
That's right.
But
that's right.
But that's why I gave the win to Disaster. I felt like, he won that overall.
It was
under Oz.
Easily. So I gave it to Disaster, but mainly because of the fact that I thought that if we were just breaking down rounds, I thought that even though I liked what Disaster did in his second round, as you mentioned before, some of the references. For me, the reason why I gave him the metaphors, jokes, and punches is the joke component of that. He's not only he's bringing up the Tasmanian tiger with Greeley. So not only was he funny, but about someone else in the room. That's another level of funny for me. Like knowing that he can say what he wants, and it was still hilarious. It was an inside joke. Like it was a very Aussie. It was recently brought up by Ruckman, and that's why that was one of my favorite bars for Ruckman. That Ruckman brought it up about Greeley. So even though a lot of people caught strays in that battle, and I didn't overall, to be honest, I didn't respect it. What the fact that Disaster ended up making bigger deals about other things than Dundee. I understand that that's saying something in itself, and how one of the earlier things that Disaster said was, do I look like I give a fuck? Like bringing up the fact that it was a big deal for Dunners to battle Disaster, but not so much for the other way around. But
I sort of feel on that one, he did justify himself by saying, "You're just such a nice guy. I can't find
that's right.
bad shit to say about you." So,
but that's why it worked.
If he didn't use that angle,
But I also felt that I respected it, but I felt that he was playing to things that were beyond Dundee in scope. And while I know why he did that, it also felt like an easy punch. That not that anyone could do it, but that it was an easy punch against an opponent like Dundee, which is a shame because I thought overall the concepts that were brought to the battle were better with Dundee. That's why I gave him rhymes and multi-schemes and concepts easily, because I liked everything that Dundee had to say, especially for me that scheme he set up that seemed like it was going to be a really racist, Muslim bar, and then it turned out to be about Americans. Like that was amazing. The kombucha bar, that was incredible. Like his usual delivery was a little bit withdrawn compared to usual. I think because he wanted to make sure, look, it's been a while for him since he battled last, and he wanted to do his best and really make sure that it landed. But I thought I had to give, a stage presence and delivery to Disaster, especially because I think he was his usual level of energy, where Dundee was more not dumbed down. He was just delivering his bars carefully because he knew he had the attention of the crowd. But the stumbles included is the reason why Disaster got that point.
Yeah, I agree.
And I also thought that Dunner's had some amazing reactions from the crowd, especially being a crowd favorite. But I think that Disaster just got a lot. I gave him that point because the reactions that he got, I thought were not even necessarily for great bars. It was just for his delivery of them, his energy in the moment. You saw a lot of people reacting to things that weren't even one of his best materials. Like I think when there was a point where he got clearly into some really technical writtens for a short period that were great, and then he went back to freestyling. And so overall, I thought that I did edge it to the Disaster, but I loved Dundee's material, and I told him, I messaged him privately. I said his performance was world class. It was just a shame I didn't even mention the slips, but it really was. He did not seem like he was an inferior opponent to Disaster at all.
Not right?
At all. And the how chaotic Disaster was. I really loved that moment where Dundee brought up that, you three are the man, fucking 30-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Such a poignant point to make. It was just a great battle. Classic.
100%.
Easily a classic for me. And I'm glad that Disaster came better than he's come before, I would say, in Australia. I felt like he was better than he was against Dweez. I gave it to Disaster. I edged it for him. But overall, it was an amazing match. And I can understand if people thought the opposite of us.
No. I didn't even think of the classic aspect of it. I think this battle is probably a classic too.
It's a classic.
It is.
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah, we should have told Bates so we could put that cool thing on.
I think this one went without saying though, so we just
right.
Yeah, we didn't even think so.
It did justify. It definitely justified itself, man. Because like I said, there was so many great, memorable moments. It was someone like me who really struggles to remember shit. I can remember now thinking back to the battle. It was so perfectly paired,
Yeah, definitely.
Even though I like I said before, that the bringing up other people and how that was, I guess, an easier attack than going for Dundee, especially by the end when Disaster brought up the fact that he struggled to write for Dundee because he likes him so much and he's a good guy. Great battle. Just a great battle overall.
Definitely. I don't want to go on it too much, but I know there was that slight echo on that side, and I wonder if Dunner's delivery was more slower and deliberate because of that.
True.
Trying to make sure he got his material out. But pretty much both of you have said everything I would say. On that whole going at other battlers like J Legend and Justice and that, I did like that angle, only for the fact that it did justify it at the end.
Yes.
And it can relate to the crowd. Everybody in the crowd knows these names and stuff. He's not just coming up with a generic bar about something because he hasn't got anything to say about Dunners that's mean. You know what I mean? Like he sort of was like, well, I do about these dudes. And I like the way he worked that angle personally.
Look, it's not that I disliked it. I should just wanted to clarify. It's not that I disliked it.
It should have been at Dunners,
like if it was going to turn around, like his whole, but the problem is it didn't work for Dundee because Dundee he's actively helping with the culture going forward. The whole point of that
there's not a lot you can say bad about him. Like there
that's
really
exactly
isn't.
Right. So, like, it's not that I disliked it at all. It was very impressive, and I liked how it was a slow build. Like, you're wondering where the fuck is he going with this, and then slowly he's tacking on more information, and then by the end, talking about, when he's particularly attacking 360, doing something to help his peers. I love that.
Yeah, shed some of that light on.
Drop the tier. Part with Disaster was,
and I
really...
do like when he said that Dunn has sort of jumped in, was like, welcome to the club,
the rebuttal.
Him too, so I did like that.
That's right. That's why that's why it's a really hard one to call this match. But like I said, especially because of as I've brought up before, the emotive element of a battle, like you really felt when Disaster was talking about the war overseas. It wasn't an acting, like obviously.
And by the way, everyone, I went the same scores as Blue, so I had the exact same multis and before we went off that, sorry.
Yeah, but I just thought that it was a very emotional impact for everyone listening. Whether you thought a particular way about what's happening in the war overseas, but really it sounded very
finisher.
genuine. Yeah, it was a great moment. I would pair that moment with sort of. When Spitz talked about the flowers for that guy who passed away. Like
Charlie's mum.
Everyone might have been there to listen to two grown men scream at each other and swear at each other and shit. But that was something everyone could respect,
Well,
so
I did hear he was really struggling with that topic, like in real life before that. So I think he really needed to say something to let it out himself.
Yeah.
To bring a bit of awareness, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but I think that was a real powerful way to finish it. Yeah. But I had to give it. I think Dunner's first round was incredible. I was up there watching from behind, and I was like, oh no, this is just so good. Not good, you know what I mean? But I was like, wow, is like a G. But I seen that one versus Jerome, and it gets a bit long-winded.
Yeah.
I was like, gee, he better be on point, or Dunner's is just going to run away with this. And it didn't quite happen, but. From the first round each, I just thought, this is going to be a 3-0 KO.
Yeah.
And didn't quite work out like that, but top-notch battle all over.
Yeah.
I'd also like to just include, while Deliver was the reason why I was able to go to that event, I actually had to leave right after Dundee's first round and halfway through Disaster's first round. So it was really unfortunate. Like, you'd think that the main event's the one I'd stick around for, but I had to leave.
You came to watch the real stars, me and Harley.
Yeah.
Seeing him.
Go on mute, bro.
So it was amazing to see, but watching it back was a great experience as well. While wouldn't have been as impressive as live, because that's the only way to see a matchup like that, really. But even through the distance of the lens, watching it back on YouTube was very impressive. And
it was amazing. And the feel of the crowd when they all erupted.
Coming on here, it was no problem at all. It wasn't a chore in any way. It was just a pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But being there with the crowd reacting to some of those jokes and stuff, it was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
That crowd was amazing there.
And seeing the crowd when Disaster started talking about the war and everyone's like you felt everyone. Yeah, that's it.
Everyone was tuned right in. It was a great event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, going on from that, I want to mention a few moments that I witnessed over the weekend, I just thought were standouts. Obviously, Slurpee killed it against Tay. Tay done really well too. That's going to be a really good battle to watch. We'll probably do that on this
definitely.
But I think Slurpee, in my opinion, had one of the best debuts in an Australian battle rap for a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously he deals with his own issues, but the way he dealt with those issues and I'll leave it for everyone else. But that is one that people will want to check out in the future, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we should include it in an upcoming review because we still have plenty of battles to cover. Yeah, that would
when
be
it's released, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't there, so I didn't get to see that one at all.
Yeah.
Also the MCB versus MD.
NMD.
There's too many. NMD. MCB was pretty impressive. MMD held his own too, but the whole beatboxing thing that MCB did.
Yeah.
Where he broke down that you're only a producer, so I've got to talk. You can't speak my language. I've got to talk to you in beats. And
Yeah, he
does
starts
a lot of
beatboxing.
That was pretty damn cool.
That was funny. Yeah.
Vanek and who was it? Jamie Taylor was quite good too, but sort of what I expected. But the Slurpee and the MCB ones were like, well,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you two cunts have just surprised me a little, you know?
Yeah, the surprise factor.
That's really
the whole card was fire. Like Kano, everyone's sturdy. Everyone on that first card was dope, but those two sort of, you know, made me go, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's a battle you want to miss.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see the card on the first day as well, 100%, especially because I missed it. Like I said, I would have loved to have been there to see Sturdy versus Brink in particular.
I think maybe the only one that maybe needed a bit more work was Precise. The first battle.
Sorry, you're right.
He just seemed to maybe you know, a little bit more work, and he'll be somewhere too. But
exactly. Yeah, but otherwise, great card.
It was so good all through. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Did you have any blue?
No, I was just gonna. Well, obviously Bobby Beans fucking killed it, but that Kano Bobby Beans battle in general was dope. The Brink Sturdy battle, dope. It just like, it didn't feel like there was a dip at all. It was just like fucking do it. It was great night.
Yeah. And obviously from
things not working, so just connect another one.
Maybe that's why you went mute earlier. That makes sense. I don't think you realized, but that makes sense. What were you gonna say there, Chris?
Day 2, I think the standout has to be Spitz and Cassowary.
Without a doubt.
You know, you've got the Diz and Dundee battle, but I think that's the most shocking and most controversial out of them all, and I think people are going to have a lot to say about it when it drops.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that one is a clear winner on day 2, but for the one that's going to get talked about the most, and that possibly will be a classic also.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spitz and Cassowary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was great. It was, you know, I said to Spitz afterwards, while I know he got a lot of people talking about his material, it was good that the second battler who was battling against Cassowary addressed the points that they did. Yeah. Because I think that Cass now can easily turn around and be like, look, I've already dealt with all this.
Yeah, this has been done.
Conversation.
Exactly.
It's been done. You need to move on. What else
Find
you got?
new material.
You know, so I respected
why. It had to be done first.
That's right. And I totally respected why Spitz went that route. Now, I thought he had one of his best performances as well. And I thought that it was very impressive because Cass is just amazing to watch. That Spitz didn't sort of hesitate or stumble or back down in a performance like that. Yeah. Because her performances when she's the ones that I've seen so far were just flawless. She really doesn't struggle with her material and works a crowd really well. So that was a standout. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and definitely the Harlem scrub up his game. Raz was really good against Erik. Like as I said, like day 1, there's plenty to talk about. I just wanted to point some light on some of the ones I thought were just a bit,
and then Manners coming in and killing it.
Oh, fucking dope! I was so glad I didn't miss that one, even though I'm still spewing about not seeing the disaster battle to the end. But that one, seeing it live, not skipping a beat. Like Manners was just amazing. So good. And the other guy, what was his name?
Jerry Grimfield.
Jerry Grimfield was so good to watch in a battle like that. He was obviously, he felt like he was new to battle rap, but not that he was inexperienced, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I really appreciated all his material, but also how different he was to Manners. He wasn't trying to, come at it from angles that you would normally see. Obviously, focusing on his disability was part of it, but no, I really liked his performance. I thought it was very good. It didn't seem like, even though obviously I thought Manners took that battle, it didn't seem like it was so one-sided. Do you know what I mean? It felt like one was very was a performer in a different category, mainly focusing on music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I loved it. Really, really liked it.
Yeah, keen to see what he does next for sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's jump on to the next battle, eh?
Yeah, let's go to it.
Why not?
Erik versus
Erik, Devine, and Cortext. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Let's go. Ooh.
Oh, we'll go backwards, I guess. Start with me. All right, I've given it to Cortext 3-2. But honestly, there's a lot of close calls in this one. I struggled to go either way on a lot of them. Two different styles. I loved Cortex's complex punchline style. Obviously, I like to use that myself. But Erik's swagger and the way he delivers stuff is just great too. So this one was a real hard one to call. The whole solar system thing from Cortext, like the solar thing, the salesman thing was bloody good. And I think that's more what swayed a lot of the points for him. For me, that it can come down to just a scheme sometimes.
Yeah,
it's that close. And I just think that scheme is a little bit more well put together and well thought of with the whole way he delivers it and stuff. So a lot of them drifted on his direction from just that one little scheme. But I've gone 3-2. As I said, that could go either way, and Erik's a beast. Cortex is a beast, and I hope he keeps going at it. But that was a hard one for me, and they both got dopeness. This is a win for battle rap in general.
Facts.
This sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The old school versus the new school, and the new school holding their own like a motherfucker. So it's really good to see.
Yeah. No, obviously I'll go next. I gave it to Erik more for a preference than for a one-sided. Felt like, because they were very evenly matched in many ways. Just they were very different. Like you said, new school versus old school. Like my reason for edging it to Erik has actually a lot to do with that amazing concept that Cortext came with doing sign language to his parents.
Yeah, that was brilliant too.
Like for me, I felt like normally
the flip was so good.
That's right. That's the thing. Like normally that type of concept would make it an instant win for me. But then the kind of rebuttal to that from Erik by doing the same thing, I felt like it took away from the brilliance of initially using it. So
it
I
100% did.
It
almost made Erik more the genius now.
That's right. And that's what, because it was something he could do on the spot, only he could do, and still match the level of reaction that Cortext got. I absolutely loved Cortex's materials. I also loved his delivery. It's not that I didn't appreciate it, but it was like a battler who is just a legend coming back and holding his own, but not changing much from his style, which is important. You know, a lot of people, it's good to experiment, but it's also good to stick to what works, right?
Yeah.
So, but I thought how unique a persona Erik has when he battles, and also like his references. I am a sucker for sort of more niche references. So like I absolutely fucked with him bringing banjo and kazooie into some of the bars and how long it took as a payoff. It might not have worked as well as some of the tightly knit material from Cortext, but it was just more of his personality coming out. So I absolutely love this battle. And I would say that I wasn't such a fan of Erik Devine against, say, Harlem. Not that I didn't like his material, I just wasn't as big of a fan as I am now. So like two battles after that, he is just amazing to watch. It was
he's on the up and up. Yeah, that's
right. And unfortunately he did have his own issues in his battle on Breaking Bread, which is a shame. But his material, even against Raz, was really nice. So if in this battle though we're talking about Cortext versus Erik Devine, I really loved a lot of his references. I especially loved that one bar that I can't quite remember now about, this is like a bayonet to a drone strike, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Talking about, and I just loved it. It was a really particular angle that someone who just reads history, for example, would have appreciated. But I did. It's not that Cortex was lacking in any way, purely a preference of style, and I had to give this battle to Erik Devine.
Yeah, that is more than fair. I want to start off by saying I was going to do my favorite bar as the blind scheme by Cortex and the rebuttal, and I had it all edited and ready, and then when Dundee dropped, switched to a Dundee bar. I was like, fuck.
Same to me.
Blue, I think just for this one, because we did actually add the Dundee battle in later. Yeah, you can post that one as well.
Oh yes, let's go, because it is great.
Yeah, even with me, man, I've got my one is Erik Devine. It's a bar of Erik Devine's where it brings up even that. Can you just move a little bit, bro?
Yeah, that one.
I fucking lost it, bro, when I saw that. Like,
exactly.
That type of humor.
I feel like we could add, like those ones in too, because of the
why not?
Was a late adding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dundee dropped, and then all our plans flew out the window. We were like, "Fuck, those Dundee bars, those disaster bars, pretty good."
It was a good recommendation, though, to do that. I totally supported that idea because, I mean, it is in everyone's mind. Everyone's still thinking about it. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, so, but it was great to be there. Yeah. Thanks again, Deliver, man, for letting me come. Mind you, I didn't even have a single person ask me.
Yeah, true, yeah.
I just literally just walked in and didn't get bothered at all. It was
great. True.
Yeah.
That's funny as, yeah.
$80 tickets, next time Breaking Bread might need to get some better.
Yeah.
Well, look, I just thought I'd point it out because maybe I just look like I would be the type to pay for a ticket. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll have to ask 30 if he got asked when he walked in.
Yeah.
Very true. But it was great being at the SB as well. I think it was probably so far my favorite venue I've watched battles at in Melbourne.
It was a nice venue,
yeah, man. It was great.
Right, you finished that off, Blue.
Yeah, I also wanted
someone to do Bates as well.
That's what I was about to do. Thinking ahead. Yeah, I got you. I was going to say that this is a battle bar draw because there's 4 of us. Bates was going to be on today, but he's woken up sick. That's why he wasn't here. But he's still putting his score. He's done Erik Devine for rhymes, multis, metaphors, jokes, and punchlines, and the Cortex for schemes, concepts, stage presence, delivery, crowd reaction, interaction, which means Cortex won for him. So that's why we have a draw. We've gone 2-2. But I've gone Erik Devine, and I've given him schemes, concepts, metaphor, jokes, punchlines, crowd reaction, interactions, and then I've given Cortex rhymes, multi, stage presence, and delivery. For the whole weekend of this battle, the Greeley, Ruckman, all of them, this was by far my favorite battle. And I wanted to do it as soon as it dropped. I was like, we have to do this fucking battle. It was, I loved
pushed me to do it, remember?
Yeah, I was like, fucking, we're doing this battle, bro. Yeah, I was frothing it. As soon as it dropped, I was like, this is the one, bro.
It's got so much replay value, man. I love this battle. Yeah. And it was a classic. Like, once again, I know we've had the conversation of throwing gold stars around, but I would say as well that while Disaster and Dundee came in last, if we didn't have them in this week, this would have been my gold star. So this
was the main battle. Yeah, this was the big one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's right. So I still feel like personally, on record, both of those battles, this one and that one, deserve gold stars for very different reasons. But I honestly just love this battle so much.
Exactly,
It's great seeing Erik Devine just kill it so strongly against someone with so much experience, man. And Cortex was hilarious as well. Yeah, it wasn't
Next week we might have to get a tiebreaker with Harlem. Just go, okay, we don't have to explain it, but which one?
Yeah.
That's right.
That would be a play. I like that. I also got some bars of Erik that you guys didn't mention, I'm pretty sure. But Erik has these 4-bar scheme where he uses Cortex differently. And like all the bars, I can't remember exactly, but he's like, you get that Cortex to your core, you know what I mean? Yes. I'm like, and I thought it was fucking dope the way he did that. Yeah. He also had the Bondi bar Might have been too early, but it fucking slapped. Great bar. Went off.
Yeah, it was good.
He's
Yeah,
like,
his
I'll just drag him
reaction
to the beach. Yeah.
It was his most aggressive bar as well. Like, he
Yeah,
really
exactly,
was like,
yeah.
I'm going to go hard with this one. You know, so
Exactly. He's like, I just
I
slap a
loved
hat
it.
on him and drag him to Bondi Beach. Yeah, it's fucking, it's tough. It is so good. Yeah, like you guys said, super close battle. I felt like
Yep.
every single round I was switching the schemes and concepts from one rapper to the other.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
I think, like, kind of luck of the draw, Erik Devine had the last round. He hit that rebuttal and everything. And I was like, yeah, Eric's got it. Eric's won it. But it is that fucking close of a battle. That's why I love it so much. Like,
100%.
Oh,
yeah, like that's
yeah.
what I said. I could flip flop on all my points easily. Like,
exactly.
even though I love, like I mentioned before, that the banjo and kazooie bar, I didn't. I still gave schemes and concepts to Cortex because there were so many back and forth that and you brought up the solar system bar before from Cortex. I love that concept as well. Like, so yeah, it was really close, and I could easily, upon like 3 or 4 more watching it back, change again.
Yeah.
But I'm still happy with my decision and justifying
same.
why, because I really love both of them for different reasons, but I just have more of a preference for Erik Devine, and I'm just becoming a bigger fan of him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it is just a preference thing, like what you prefer, and fucking great battle.
Yeah. Well, I prefer them both, so I think it just came down to that one scheme, because I think the sign language one, they cancelled each other out almost. I do think that the comeback was absolute brilliance, but just that solar one was pretty damn good, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
Solar, sorry, I mean,
Yeah. All right, we'll get into Marvel and Cronik.
Let's do it.
Old school.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start by saying this is another draw, so we're gonna have to get Harlem to throw his pick him next week. Bates has done Cronik for rhymes, multis, for metaphors, jokes, punchlines, stage presence, delivery, and then done Marvel for crowd reaction, interaction, and schemes and concepts. So Cronik is 1 for him, 3-2. For me, I've done Marvel for rhymes, multis, metaphors, jokes, punchlines, crowd reaction, interaction, and then did Cronik for schemes and concepts and stage presence and delivery. I wrote down, I'm not a huge fan of Marvel's delivery, but he's got a lot of jokes. His Marvel bars as well in the second round, I thought were fucking dope. Very good Marvel bars. Cronik has a lot more presence and aggression to him, so I enjoyed it a lot more. And then Cronik does not take a breath at all when he's rapping. So the crowd did not really even get a chance to react to his bars. So that's why he just couldn't win that point for me. And that's why Miles won 3-2.
I agree with that. Yeah. I was pretty similar to you, except I gave rhymes and multis to Cronik. I think it was in his second round. He did multi-heavy combination that I just thought it was the more superior of anything in the match, right? However,
I'll agree. And for some reason, I must have gave it wrong, but I did have on my book here even Cronik for that as well, because of that reason. That one scheme he done, that was him. But on my scorecard it says otherwise. But
and I think, like, well, for me, you gave both the stage presence and delivery to Cronik, same as me. But for the crowd reactions and interaction, I thought that Cronik, while he was great, he wasn't getting as much reaction for his better bars than he should have, I felt. And might have been because he was rushing through it, like you said.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been because of that, but it was only edge. Like, with me, this is a preference thing once again, but I am a big fan of both of these people, and I don't think that this was Cronik's best battle. Like, I personally think his one against Frankie J is my favorite. It was savage. They were both amazing, but in this battle, I just edged the reactions and interactions because of the joke heaviness, like Blue said, of Marvel's performance. I have never liked Marvel's delivery, except sometimes when he's gotten extremely aggressive with the material, he has really stepped up the delivery in terms of projection, right? So
Yeah.
it's not his strongest point. But he was one of my favorites back in the day, especially because with him amped up, obviously me performing there, I was exposed to a lot of the other battles and battlers on the card. He was just all my favorite type of thing. He kind of reminded me like Biff from Back to the Future in appearance, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but he was very intellectual with a lot of his material, and I really fucked with it because it was like a big scary guy, sort of similar, not comparing to delivery and other stuff, but similar in a vein to Pat Stay with he's that I've mentioned
Big
before.
presence. Yeah.
Big presence, and that presence allows more violence of words. I mean, anyone can say whatever they want, but it does hit differently when the big 6 foot, 5 area-looking blue-eyed guy says to you he's going to smash you in the face, right? As opposed to someone like me saying it, it's very different. So that I always fucked with, but yeah, the fact that he went more intellectual with his material, while also having things like Marvel bars and shit like that anyone can enjoy if you're into that. I always love Marvel. I edged this one to Marvel because of that. But both of these guys, Cronik is still, I've mentioned plenty of times, I've wanted him to come back because he has a very dry humor that I love, but also he can be really savage. Him and Carney were two of my favorites back in the day for that reason, that they had no problem with just saying some direct, you're a fucking idiot because you did this. I love that type of approach, man. And it's something that anyone can appreciate. You don't have to love battles either. If you're just a passing by, hearing the insult, the way it's
you might
clean.
Know, you might know did Cronik ever make it to the main 1 ounce cards? I
believe he did. Yeah, no, I'm certain he did.
Like he did.
Yeah, and it's a shame on me for not knowing who he was battling for that. But I just know that in his heyday, he had some amazing battles that don't get enough love.
I was a bit of a fan.
Yeah, man, and that's why I wanted to particularly bring both Marvel and Cronik to the stage, because obviously I had changed my top 10 having Marvel as number 10 for that reason. But also because both of these guys deserve more love. And yeah, glad that we got to do this battle because it was a classic.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Yeah. I remember them both from back in the day. Marvel always gave me the impression that he was a smart dude that's just doing it because he can. It was never something that really was his passion, or say rap in general wasn't really his passion. I got that vibe. Don't know him personally, but just meeting him around and seeing the way he delivers, it was like, I'm a smart bloke and I reckon I can beat these dumb cunts at this game.
Yeah,
which I enjoy that too. But yeah, that's maybe why his deliveries say lacked slightly and stuff, because it wasn't really his priority.
Yeah, I agree. I actually feel like in a way him and Cryptic were very similar, because I feel like with Marvel, he wanted people to hear his material, like his writtens, right? But he didn't necessarily want it to perform them, right? Because like he had dope music back in the day, man. Like he had a lot of like pop culture references that I fucked with, like plenty of like Marvel comics bars, obviously.
Definitely some great lines in there.
Yeah. But
I just found him always just slight. It's probably a bad word to use, but just slightly boring, just with his delivery, and he is a big man with big presence, but he didn't use it enough for my.
You're right. I felt like he wanted to go the approach of bored and indifferent to the material.
Yeah.
Like I'm that, like you said before, I'm that good. I don't really have to push the boundaries when it comes to.
That's how I felt. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. No, I totally get it. But the problem for me is, but the problem for me is, I felt like while that might be arrogant, I agreed with him. I felt like he could have delivered most of his material in any way he wanted, and I would have loved it anyway. As long as it was out clean, he got it out clean. I still would have loved it.
That's fair.
So I totally get what you're saying though, and that's why the contrast of these two is so great.
Cronik was all delivery almost.
That's right, man. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Cronik was. I couldn't say enough good things about Cronik, man. I fucking love his his presence and delivery and material. Like, he's a very good writer in his own right, you know.
I do remember sort of back in the day when he did make it up to One House, because I didn't really it sounds a bit up, but I didn't really know many people from Amped Up.
Yeah.
I knew of them, like I'd watched them on video, but I actually knew Cronik personally. And I remember I used to sit there and go, like, bro, you're going to be one of the good ones. Just put in the work, you know, just do what it takes, and you've got the potential there. He got up to the stage. I think he tripped a few times and lost his confidence a little bit. But, yeah, he's someone I would love to see back too, I think. You know, even if he had kept rapping in this last 10 years, then it's only all progressed from there. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, too.
I did touch on it before, but I just wanted to mention, man, on the night at Breaking Bread, probably my highlight of the night, aside from the battles, was after mentioning his name like a ghost, he appeared. I brought up Carney maybe a couple of episodes ago, and how I was a fan of Carney's and would love to see him return. And lo and behold, he rocked up to Breaking Bread, and he was there with his missus. So it was amazing being able to catch up with him. And watch the battles together at some point, because half of the fun of going to these events these days especially is catching up with people you don't get a chance to catch up with, and you miss, you know. I was always a big fan of his as well, so it was great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to have a little break and then we'll come back with our best battle bar lines?
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's do
give you
that.
a chance just to add your Oz's,
Oh shit! Yeah, okay,
Erik
good
Devine
point.
bars in there. So and put on the thing, and we'll be back in like 5.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
All right, we're back. Going to do our favorite bars.
Yep.
We're going to just roll through because last week we were meant to do this episode. We did an interview instead because we had battles and stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll do both of Blues, both of Oz's. We have one from Bades and one from me also.
Yeah. Let's go straight to it then.
Do it.
Sweet. Okay. Let's start with. So we'll do both of mine first. And then we'll move on.
Sweet.
Yeah, let me get rid of all these cards. Okay, so this is my first one. This has got Erik, Devine, and Cortext. Let's go.
Hey, man, I grew up with Mos Def. That's how my raps improved. He grew up with Mos Def. And his family reunion. Since battle rap don't go closed captions, I had to find a drastic solution to tell his parents about all the nasty little slander and the raps he been using. Bring it in. Those who know what I said, that sounds a good kid, but he's in over his head. Eat crap and get back to selling solar instead. Just thinking about it makes me emotional and really stressed. He needs to own it. But every time I challenge off the threats, it just goes one way and not the other. No disrespect to them, the jokes you got in your set probably land. I bet them they love their heads off when you rap like a deaf comedy jam. Try to say some funny shit with me, I'll snap your jaw with Dan. Your parents ain't the only ones that talk with their hands.
I believe you're the first one to mention my parents being deaf. And it's a good angle. So run it up, bruv. But the execution was questionable. I reckon Mum was here right now, even she'd be telling you to shut the fuck up. Do sign language of my own. As you said, there's no subtitles on this video, but I wanted to let them know that to pump this dumb cunt.
It's a bit of a long one, but I had to get the whole scheme, you know what I'm saying? I had to get everything. Everything Cortext says is just like every line is gangster, and then you got to get the comeback to exactly. Yeah. It's fucking great. All right, should we go on to my next one then?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Which one? Oh, look, right there. Fucking perfect. Dundee versus Disaster.
Who says battle was your own? You still think he's the best now? Says he's greatest ever performance. It's a letdown. Talking like he's gone 30, Sheree. Give that shit a rest, pal. Yeah, he's 30, Sheree. Fucking 30 minute rounds.
It's just a quick little punch, but it's fucking, it's on point. It's perfect.
Yeah, it was so good.
And the fact is, also says, I did. And he's like, yeah, 30-minute length rounds. Like, it's fucking, it's so good. It's perfect.
Yeah, the timing's very good.
Exactly, It's just, it lands so well. And then Sid Disaster go, oh, fucking, like, go ahead. It's
The
fucking
amount of flack he's copped over those 30-minute rounds, I'm pretty sure is amazing. And then he's going to cop it for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly, because they just didn't end. All right, let's go on to Oz's then, shall we? Fucking, I'll get that out of the way. So, Oz, this is your Erik Devine one.
This is breaking bread. We're really doing this though. I'm with the legend. If you just move it there. Some comeback KO feature, then you were just slow. Ashton Kutcher, Charlie Sheen. I'm about to ruin this show. You make an artist want to cut their ears off. Van Gogh shit. I'll give you that was taking shots. I brought guns and bros. You look like you play board games while getting fucked with a strap on. Dan picturing putting puzzle pieces together, back by a bird like Banjo did. Miss me on your punches, but I'll land mine. Booby trap. Things might attack, missed until black light. Boomerang. He said the pump put pressure to his back like a scuba tank. Now a new threat's growing pressure in his brain like a human mass.
Bars.
I love that bar, especially at the end. But that was that whole. Even though I discussed before, I couldn't include all of the banjo and kazooie references because it was just too much and it stretched too long.
Yeah.
But that part of his was probably my favorite set of bars, even though there were so many. But I really love that pressure on your back like a scuba tank. That was an amazing line.
Yeah, that is really, really good.
Yeah.
That's a bar. That's
that's right. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Definitely.
All right, let's go on to the next one, shall we? Where is it? You would think it'd be here. Hey, there it is.
Right? Oh, is it?
It's this. Oh shit! I just clicked on Discord accidentally. Anyway, let's go.
So you know what, bro? I'm just gonna end this round with you're a good father, bro. Just leave this battle shit alone. But if you decide to continue in this toxic world, make sure you go on a path of your own. Or you're gonna end up working your whole fucking life so you can end up in a battle with Sharon. It's all about flame. He wants the beast to be outside. 150 levels chasing him. You think you got the edge on me because you're Australian? There's more levels in Melbourne than there are Tasmania.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For some reason, my audio is not working. Hang on.
Your screen's
your audio's there. We just can't see you.
Yeah.
There we go. Hang on. Yeah, listen. That obviously there were so many great moments in that battle, but I felt like that is Diz at his best writing, and I absolutely love that ending. Like, you know, you could tell there were moments where he was doing pieces of freestyle amongst clear sections of writing, and this one I absolutely loved the delivery, the reaction. The idea as well. It's just very Disaster in his best, and that's why I had to have that reference, especially with the heartfelt mention of Dundee. And I thought it was a great attack as well. You know, say, you know, you're a great dad, whatever. You know, just leave this battle shit alone. Like, you know, the implication. I loved it. Like I said, this was a really
so many Aussie
match.
references from this.
That's right, and that's why you know
like the up and go line.
Yes, exactly. That's why people love Disaster, because while a lot of people just rock up, try to do mediocre material, he always tailors to whatever market he's in because he wants the love of the crowd.
And he's brilliant.
That's what you got to do, man. And he really put a lot of effort in. You could see even from the start, like that, you know, chaotic bar about, you don't want a Lebo on a jet, and then he's like that one white guy. He stands up and he goes, "Oh, he's a Lebo. What did you bloody expect?"
Yeah.
That was so well done, man, and so funny. Like, that's why, as funny as Dundee can be, I just thought Diz edged the humor in for me in that battle, and yeah, I absolutely love that bar.
And
so,
Diz has got that intense energy. He can say
That's right.
erratic stuff that becomes so funny because of his energy and the way he delivers
That's
it.
right. Oh man,
Facts,
it's incredible. Yeah,
it's fucking
infectious.
awesome.
Yeah,
100%. But yeah, big mention to that up and go line. That almost
Yeah.
made it for me. Just the build-up wasn't as good as the one I did pick. Yeah. I do love that up and go line.
It's fucking
I was like, and who's been feeding him all this Aussie lingo and information? Like, he just knew all our current culture, what's going on in battle rap. He seemed to know like the Tasmanian Tiger,
everything.
He knew a lot.
I think that one was probably because Diz did check out the Greeley versus Rockman. I'm sure he would have, like, a little bit of, at least, just to have the references. But it just goes to show you, he puts that in there because he's putting in the work. So I love that, man. You don't want a lazy tourist rocking up to Australia and not trying to cater to the crowd. That's an amazing way to do it,
Yeah.
And not doing it in a cheesy way. Like, he did have the Crocodile Dunn Lee line, which I thought was gangster too, but the way he did it too, he goes, you don't want these Aussie stereotypes, then why'd you put it done,
Crocodile against Dundee. I love it.
You could be real cheesy and try to, shrimp on the Barbie lines if you're American and come here and just try to do things you think will register with us. But he knows what registers and he lands them, and it's just fucking, it's
fucking perfect.
In fact, like, as many battles as he's ever had, my favorite battle of his is against Henry Bowers Disaster, against Henry Bowers.
That's a good one, yeah.
Because once again, the tailoring to the crowd, like mentioning how Swedish people are loving of all cultures, and so don't listen to his hateful shit. I love that, and the Uppsala bar in that battle where he says the guy's town is called Uppsala, which sounds like one giant big mistake. Like, that's part of the reason why I wanted to do battling, bro. Just that bar alone was so funny.
It is good.
Absolute legend, man. I love Disaster.
Yeah, definitely.
That was an amazing battle.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's jump into Bates and I'll end it, eh? Or
I reckon Bates is on yours.
Yep.
No courtesy. I warned you once, so now you see. Y'all irking me. Next time I see y'all, I'll be at the peephole for the murder spree. I'll stick a knife through the door handle. He'll get deboned vertically. You're gonna like what I call that. Call it keyhole surgery. Call emergency. It's time to wake him up, then I provide the Narcan. If he survived tonight, he's heart jammed in offbeat timing like a ska band. See, I grew up around gorillas, so if tonight he even try act like a hard man, welcome to the jungle. Yeah, they're gonna see me swinging on Devine like I was Tarzan.
Just punches. That's swinging on Devine's good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just
and a lot of that, like, as well, like I brought up before, Cortex is a big guy, so when he's talking about deboning you, and very effective, man, and I love it. I do. What I'm saying, he's from an older era, but it's not that the material is any poorer. It's sharper than ever.
It is incredibly sharp, but it comes down to swagger and performance and all that stuff too. Like, you might prefer the other people. Not that, and Eric's stuff was on point too. That battle was very hard.
It was. No, it really wasn't. And it was, it's funny. If you had told me the matchup beforehand, I would be not like questioning your sanity or anything like that, but I would be like, I wouldn't have thought of it. I wouldn't have considered it would be as good as it turned out to be. So absolutely. Yeah. And it obviously made me, love Cortex more. Especially because of what I've seen of his. I think this was a standout performance. And Erik Devine, like I said, I think it was probably the one that made me a really big fan of his. So
agreed, same.
Classic.
Yeah.
I did like his battle versus Harlem. I think if you can hold yourself against Harlem, you're in the next level of battle rap, and he did that and more. But this one was a great battle too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for me, and it's no shade on him at all. The only reason why I didn't like that battle for him is that Erik's a lot of Erik's swagger in the battle was that he's sort of the more refined one who people care about more compared to Harlem, and that he's hotter shit at the time. And look, I respect any angle you take, right? But I think against someone like Harlem, it doesn't make you likable, because Harlem is extremely likable, right?
Yeah.
And there's the argument
That's
there
fair.
about having the one person become the villain of the match, if you will. Don't get me wrong, it's clever. I just thought of his performances that I've really loved. These last couple ones have been amazing, man. Like, you know,
Definitely.
As I said, and not that he was poor either, just that I wasn't a bigger fan of his as I am now because of these other two.
100. 100.
We just had One second. No, we just had Soap in the comment section say Erik can get this work with like that emoji and then the eyes emoji. So, I mean, that could be very interesting.
It's going to be a great match, man. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Soap's next matchup. I know who it is, and it's going to be fucking dope.
Ooh, he's got secrets. Ooh,
I know someone's matchup coming up, but I'll talk to you off camera because I don't want to spoil it. But I was really excited to hear about it, man. So I love watching these Adelaide boys kill it.
Facts.
Yeah, boys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soap killed it against me. I had a couple of slips, but regardless, he would have fucking.
I loved his material, man.
It was great. Yeah.
And look, he'll give me shit about it later, man. I thought before your stumbles, I preferred your material more. Not that I didn't rate Soap's material either. I just thought you were getting a lot of reactions, man. And I thought you were both amazing.
Reactions,
you're both amazing. Like as you said, as we discussed off camera, that light bulb joke was a last minute insert, and it got so much reaction around me, man. So
legit,
it was a classic match, bro. And Soap
100%
monster. He gets better every time I watch him as well.
He really does.
So, he does. Fantastic, man.
Yeah,
so glad to watch that one live.
Facts, yeah. All right, let's finish it with D's fucking clip. This one's goodie. Let's do it.
I know you guys are enjoying jokes.
Oh, whoa, just lagged out. Let's restart that.
I know you guys are enjoying the jokes, but here's the reality, bro. I'm gonna have to cut them short, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you see, I wanted to do a bunch of funny shit, but ain't no funny shit happening. You see, I can't anymore.
Stop, bro.
I can't anymore because I literally have to pull it together and I have to perform while I adapt to war. Like this is normal life and what it's supposed to be like in its natural form. So the question to you is, what you even want to beat me or battle me for? Bro, my whole life has been a fucking battle. Sometimes we wish we were even actually born. You want to know the truth, bro? I couldn't come up with crazy to say about you because I'm fucked in the head. I try to focus on you, but all I would see is pictures of family members killed up in their bed, pieces of fucking kids' legs, chunks of their arms, and chunks of their legs. I want to focus on you, but I have to deal with this shit instead. See, you might be sick with the pen done us, but I'm actually fucking sick in the head. I'm actually fucking sick in the head. And it's fucking obvious at this point that nobody cares around us. And that's why we wear this pain like a shroud that we wear around us to remind everybody that you can take the air about his whereabouts, but you can never take the air about us. Understand this. And that's why it's 2026 and everybody be staring at us and call us terrorists now because apparently being on a plane and making Arabic sounds is more threatening to the planet than a bunch of satanic fucking child fuckers. So fucking screw it. So screw it. I told you I probably be able to perform like I was supposed to, but I promise you I would come here and do it. I had to perform in front of you guys and put on a smile, even though my life is in ruins. I don't know who the fuck to blame or whose fault is for all of this, but I know that motherfucker's probably Jewish. Fucking
Yeah,
I guess I like it most because of all the emotion there. I know it's just more emotion than well prepared material. But,
Yeah,
he
it's
was
just
feeling
real.
every moment of that. He
It was
took
very
out all his
powerful, man.
performance, and he lowered it right down. And yeah, I think
And that and look, not and it's not. This is not an attack on him in any way, right? But that's kind of what I was.
Oh, 2Gs. 2Gs. Did I go
bit
2Gs?
unfair.
Oh, shit. Okay, never
It
mind.
was a bit unfair to go those angles against Dundee. That would automatically make it more of an emotional, crowd endearing thing to do than and I respect it, don't get me wrong. I just thought that it was an easier approach to do, even if it was raw and full of emotion about how he's actually feeling, than what I would have preferred seeing for his closing sort of argument. But I respected it, and I thought it was amazing because, like you said, the emotion in that.
and there are a couple of punches like the Jew would have had to do it and stuff like like little things like that, and like you saying Arabic threats on a plane's worse than child molesters didn't rhyme at all,
But still, yeah.
but it was
the point,
just effective.
And the point that was made clearly, and look, I agree with you, man. Like that would have been one of my others, but also I realised that none of us have picked a Dundee bar. I just want to reiterate so people know. Oh, you did?
Yeah,
oh, sweet.
I think the Sharon's
That's good to hear, man.
And there's only three of us here today, so the other two could have too, yeah.
I wanted to give shout outs to some of his material too, which was incredible. We mentioned it before, but honestly, I just want to go just to mention a couple off the top, even though I'm sure Blue's going to play them anyway. But yeah, the angle where it seemed like he was doing an anti-Muslim angle and then it was an anti-American angle.
Yeah,
absolutely love that. The kombucha, that's all I would say. That's an amazing one.
Yep.
There's the Sharon bar, as it was mentioned before. Just really so many memorable moments from both of these guys.
Yeah.
Just want to give Dunn his flowers as well.
Definitely.
So if you haven't checked it out, check it. It's one that everybody that has any interest in battle rap in Australia should check.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Well, is there any comments or questions there, Blue?
No, there's not. So leave a like, comment, subscribe when we get to. Is it 100 subscribers or 50 subscribers? What did we say for that?
That was 100.
100 subscribers, and we're watching Curse of Us 360 plus any other watches. Man. Let us know. Let's fucking go. Follow all our social medias as well.
And I'll put it out there. If you have battles that you want us to judge that are, like say current or even all-time ones, put it out there. We definitely, want to do the ones that you want us to judge,
Yep.
So chuck it out there, add something to Facebook or something, let us know.
Yeah.
But next week we will have the proper team back. Harlan will be back. We'll have Bates back. So all back to normal.
Yeah.
And I just want to reiterate as well, due to past events, these are all our opinions. We don't think that they're more valuable than anyone else's. We come from 100%. Different backgrounds, and we just love this culture, and we have different viewpoints on it. That's why we bring them up. So as much as we try to give everyone their flowers, we have to make decisions on who we think won and for why. And I hope that we've justified it enough for everyone who's watching.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And if we do give anyone criticism, it's only to try to inspire you to up your game and be better, because it's better for you, it's better for the culture, it's better for everyone if everyone improves. So that's our only goal.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, for sure. All right, love them.
All right, fellas, been a great episode. There's only the three, still a good chat.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think I missed the other boys' involvement, but I feel like even down to the core, bro, if it was just the three of us or even just the two of us, whatever the case may be, we always have good conversations about this stuff.
100%.
And I love bouncing the ideas off everyone, because oftentimes we're more aligned than we would expect, like, Blue and I today. But other times, we have very different viewpoints, and I find it interesting anyway, and I hope our viewers do too,
Yeah,
100%. And that's the point of the sort of group we picked, was to have a broad scale of opinions, not be right.
Yeah.
That's what I've explained, like say judging for an event should be different type of judges than we have. We are only here to give opinions, and we have very diverse opinions. That's what's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we're not here to hurt anyone, just improve everyone. So,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
all right, well, we'll catch you all next week, same
Awesome.
time,
Yeah.
Sounds
more
good.
people.
See you later.
Fantastic. Thanks,
All right.
guys, for checking us out.